Hi there, this is Brian Terry and from the Disability Digest with a message about what to send and when to send it to Social Security. This is a stack of medical evidence. I'm going to get back to this in a minute. First of all, my name again, Brian Terry, and here at the Disability Digest, and I am producing this video so that you do not make a common mistake that people make and submit evidence that they think is going to be helpful and can actually be super detrimental to helping them get or keep their disability benefits. Here at the Disability Digest, we provide these videos and other resources to help you get and keep all the disability benefits that you are entitled to. So if you're new here, welcome. We encourage you to subscribe. Join some of our live events that we have online on our YouTube channel so you can get more information. So I'm going to go through this from a kind of a timeline for those that are just applying, all the way through the approval process, all the way down to what you should do when you're approved for submitting the appropriate medical evidence to help you get and keep your benefits. Now, this is from my experience of doing this since 2006. There's 192,000 people here. We work directly, closely with a small amount of cases to help them go through the approval process. We work with people that have gone through a continuing disability review and been denied. So we see like all kinds, right? So first of all, let's go through from the very beginning how the process works if you're going to apply for Social Security disability benefits. When you submit your application online or you have a representative do it or somebody else does it, your doctors and your medications go into the Social Security system. And it's the list of doctors that you've provided to them that it is their responsibility to request the medical records for. And so you submit 5 doctors. The strategy is that you want to make sure that all the medical records from all 5 doctors end up in the file so that they can make a decision on the appropriate evidence, right? Now, if you're doing and managing your case on your own, which we teach you how to do here at the Disability Digest, learn more at the end, then you would need to contact your case manager to make sure that all of your medical evidence is on file. If you're using a Social Security disability representative, and they're like a full service representative that does a lot of this early application work, they should have access to the case file directly at Social Security so they can look in there and see, right? So keep in mind, Social Security requests the medical records. This is big tip number 1. What you don't want to do is submit duplicate evidence. And that's what this person did. This person was, I'll keep, of course, anonymous. This person was advised not to send medical evidence to Social Security because it's their job to get it. And if they don't have it, then we'll help them fill in the holes. And not to send it to us because we already see it at Social Security. So, of course, it was sent to us and Social Security. What this causes is a common problem where I'm going to say there's like 900 pages in here. And if these are sent to Social Security, they're going to load them into the case file, likely or could be as duplicates. So if they're already in there, it's turned a 900-page file into an 1,800-page file, and they're duplicates, which annoys and overworked staffing at Social Security and makes it difficult to see the appropriate evidence that needs to be pointed out. So this is tip number 1 of what not to do, in my opinion. Now, let's say there are 4 doctors out of the 5 that are in and you're missing a doctor. Then submitting the evidence and helping them out would be super beneficial to helping you get your disability benefits approved. All right. So now the next thing that I want to cover is you're going through the approval process. And this tip right now applies for those of you that are already approved. If you're going through the approval process, the information that you want to submit in addition to the right medical evidence is information that supports that you have had a change that prevents you from working. And that change could be a new condition. Let's say you've had challenges sitting or standing for a long period of time, but you haven't known why, and you've been diagnosed with degenerative disc disease, right? So submitting that medical evidence, the appointment that you had, any scans or imaging that were done, that would be really helpful. The other common one is, let's say you've had a condition that has changed in severity. Let's say you have a brain health condition like depression or PTSD or something like that. And it was originally diagnosed and it was mild, but it's been recently evaluated and it's gone from mild to severe. It skipped moderate, so it's mild, moderate, and severe. It's gone from mild to severe. And that could be preventing you from having the desire to get out of bed, the desire to eat, the desire to bathe, frustration being around, all kinds of things. So you want to communicate the change. So changes are not a duplicate. Change is a change. So if you're listening to this and you're approved, in your award letter, there is, under the responsibilities section, I'm reading it over here, it says, we based our decision on information you gave us. If this information changes, it could affect your benefits. For this reason, it is important that you report changes to us right away. It's fine to update them on changes in your condition. Good disability insurance, right? So we've talked about what to send and what not to send. Now, I'm going to go back to those of you that are going through the approval process. I'm referring to my notes down here. There is a unique situation where you go through the disability approval process at the initial stage. Social Security requests the medical records. Then you go to a hearing. So it's denied at initial, denied at reconsideration if you have it in your state, and then you end up going to a hearing. At the hearing level, it is your responsibility or your legal team's responsibility to fill in the gaps between the medical records that were collected at the initial application to all the way up to hearing. So Social Security does it once, but they don't do it for the hearing. So if it was 2 years ago that the medical records were last updated in the Social Security system, then your legal team should request the medical records for that period of time to make sure that they're in there and they have the entire picture. Now, also want to make sure that they don't request duplicates. They don't request medical records for the time frame that Social Security already has, right? Okay, some things that you do not want to submit in addition to this, like submitting your regular visits. It's not helpful. You're expected to go to the doctor for treatment of your condition, and when Social Security requests your medical records, they can see that. Personally, I don't see any value in doing that because that should be done anyway. So let's go back to somebody that is they're approved, you're approved, and you're going through a continuing disability review. In that review, they will typically ask, in the second round of the review, they'll ask for medical evidence. They may ask you, depending on the form that you received in the initial review, that you are receiving, they may ask for the doctors that you're seeing. So in that situation, if you're asked for medical records and the doctors that you're receiving, then certainly provide them. But it would be, in my opinion, the same strategy. You don't want to send in any duplicates. And if you've done your job right in following the information that we have, you would have been communicating your limitations to your doctors in each and every visit. Like, I can't sit, can't stand, can't sleep, can't be around people, all of those issues. So they're consistently in your medical records. And then you would have been notifying them of any changes in new conditions or increased severity. And so Social Security will request some medical records. They'll look and they'll see that. So that's your disability insurance. So I hope you find this helpful in understanding and giving you some clarity to doing it. And one other thing I'll say about this is a beautiful piece of work, but I have known situations where Social Security has had an individual at a hearing and they've asked who has put this together. True story. Individual had fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, didn't have much energy, and was able to put together this beautiful binder, and it worked against her in a hearing because the judge was like, well, you could probably do some administrative work. You're really good at that. Okay, something to consider. So here at the Disability Digest, I thank you for watching this video. I hope you find it helpful. There's other videos that we have on the process of getting your benefits, keeping them, and maximizing. And if you're new here, the very best way we can help you is if you join us as a member. It will save you time and get you the right information fast for free. All you do is fill out a simple profile that we have for you. It'll help us understand where you're at in the process and what we can get you for videos, for courses, for support group, the right people to talk to, the right events to come to. So that's the best way that we can help you. Join us in the comments. Love to hear from you. And of course, stay tuned for more. Make it a great day.